Beneath the endless sky, our planet holds breathtaking wonders few have ever witnessed. Hidden deep within remote landscapes and cradled by the forces of nature, these awe-inspiring places seem to belong to another world. Towering cliffs sculpted by ancient winds. Crystal-clear lakes hidden within dense forests. Deserts that sing with the shifting of sands. Each wonder whispers stories older than time itself. How much do you know about our planet? We have a quiz for you. Which country is famous for its castles and the Loch Ness Monster? Please leave your answer in the comments below. Today, you are invited to embark on a journey beyond the familiar. This is not just a tour. No, it's an awakening. A chance to see Earth's most extraordinary masterpieces. Places where the raw power of nature meets untouched beauty. As you travel through these magnificent realms, you'll feel the thrill of discovery, the rush of standing where few have ever stood, and the quiet wonder of realizing just how much mystery still lies within our world. And perhaps, in these moments, you won't just be exploring the planet, you'll be rediscovering your place within it. Step into the unknown and let Earth's untouched marvels carve an unforgettable memory into your soul. The Great Blue Hole. Off the coast of Belize lies a breathtaking underwater sinkhole, over 1,000 feet across and more than 400 feet deep, formed during the last ice age, when sea levels were much lower. This massive marine cavern once stood proudly above water, as a limestone cave before the ocean claimed it. Its perfectly circular shape and rich blue hue make it a magnetic force for divers and scientists from around the globe. Inside, massive stalactites tell silent stories of an ancient world, while crystal-clear waters and rare marine creatures drift like ocean spirits, forming a true natural wonder. Victoria Falls, straddling the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. It is one of the most awe-inspiring natural marvels on Earth, locally known as Mosi Oatunya, the smoke that thunders. The falls were born over 2 million years ago, during a time of violent shifts in the Earth's crust. Water from the mighty Zambezi River roars over a basalt cliff stretching more than a mile wide, plunging into a gorge over 350 feet deep. The sound echoes like the voice of the heavens, while mist rises like a dream from the Earth's breath itself. Victoria Falls is not just a waterfall. It is a living landscape of roaring mist. Lush rainforests nourished by the spray, and ancient rocky formations carved by time itself. Its geological story is written in the deep cracks, and zigzagging gorges the river continues to carve even today. During peak flow, more than 500 million cubic meters of water plunge over the edge every minute, creating a spectacle so powerful it can be heard from over 25 miles away. But as the thunder of water fades, our journey shifts to a land of stark contrast. The Sahara Desert, spanning over 3 million square miles across North Africa. It is the largest hot desert in the world, roughly the size of the entire United States. But this ocean of sand wasn't always dry and desolate. Around 7,000 years ago, it was a lush green savanna, dotted with lakes, teeming with wildlife, and home to some of the earliest human settlements. The Sahara, formed as shifts in Earth's orbit, slowly altered the region's climate, drying the land and leaving behind sweeping dunes, jagged plateaus, endless salt flats, and volcanic mountains rising from the silence. Temperatures can soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit by day and plummet to near freezing at night. Beneath the sands lie ancient aquifers and fossils that whisper stories of a world once vibrant and full of life. Though it seems barren, the Sahara sustains nomadic cultures. Desert foxes slipping through shadows, date palms rising from dry soil, and life forms shaped by the will to survive one of Earth's harshest domains. From the blistering sands, we now journey into a world of mist and roar. Iguazu Falls, hidden deep within the subtropical rainforests of northern Argentina, is one of the most spectacular waterfall systems on Earth. Formed nearly 200 million years ago by volcanic forces and shifting tectonic plates, the falls stretch across nearly 2 kilometers and consist of more than 270 separate cascades pouring down in layered wonder. The heart of this natural wonder is the Devil's Throat, a massive U-shaped chasm where water plunges more than 250 feet with thunderous might. The surrounding landscape is etched from ancient basalt rock, shaping towering cliffs, scattered islands, and lush ecosystems untouched by time. Iguazu Falls rests at the crossroads of Argentina, Brazil, and Paraguay. Its tropical climate nurtures a biodiverse wonderland, where vibrant toucans glide through the canopy, jaguars stalk silently in the underbrush, and towering fig trees rise like pillars of an ancient jungle. The sound of the falls carries for miles, an endless roar echoing through one of South America's most breathtaking landscapes. And then the journey takes us across the continent to a land where time walks in sync with hoofbeats and wind, Serengeti National Park. Stretching over 700 square miles in northern Tanzania, is one of the world's oldest and most iconic ecosystems. Formed millions of years ago by volcanic activity, its endless plains, rocky outcrops known as kopjes, and scattered acacia trees define the breathtaking landscape of the Serengeti. Beneath the surface, layers of ancient volcanic ash have enriched the soil, creating lush grasslands that sustain the largest terrestrial mammal migration on Earth. Every year, over 1 million wildebeests, thousands of zebras, and countless gazelles move in a timeless rhythm, a living pulse of nature that has echoed for ages. The Serengeti's mild, dry climate and vast open terrain have remained largely unchanged for thousands of years, preserving a vivid window into the natural world as it once was. If one of these wonders made your heart pause for a moment, let us know in the comments below. Hit the like button if you believe our planet still holds endless mysteries. Share this journey with someone who needs to hear Earth's voice. And don't forget to subscribe, because this adventure isn't over yet. The next wonders are waiting just ahead. Gobi Desert, sprawling across northern China and southern Mongolia, is a vast and ancient land of extremes. Covering over 500 square miles, it is the 5th largest desert in the world and the largest in Asia. Unlike the Sahara's endless dunes, much of the Gobi consists of bare rock, gravel plains, and wind-swept plateaus sculpted by millennia of tectonic uplift and erosion. This arid expanse once formed the floor of a prehistoric sea and later cradled sections of the legendary Silk Road, becoming a crossroads of both geology and human history. The region is also one of the richest sources of dinosaur fossils on Earth, especially in Mongolia's flaming cliffs, where the first dinosaur eggs were uncovered in the early 20th century. And just when you think nature couldn't be more intense, there is a place deep within Turkmenistan's Karakum Desert where fire has refused to die. The door to hell? A blazing crater more than 200 feet wide and nearly 70 feet deep has been burning continuously since the early 1970s. Soviet geologists accidentally created it while drilling for natural gas. When the ground collapsed into an underground cavern, they set it alight to prevent methane from spreading. They thought the fire would burn out in a matter of days, but over 50 years later, it's still raging, roaring through the night, like the Earth's breath refusing to sleep. And then, as the flames fade into the horizon, the journey takes us to a place of pure contrast. Antarctica. Earth's southernmost continent is a frozen giant twice the size of Australia, covered by an ice sheet that holds nearly 90% of the planet's fresh water. Formed over 34 million years ago, its vast windswept plateaus and towering glaciers conceal rugged mountain ranges and even dormant volcanoes beneath the ice. The coldest place on Earth, temperatures can plunge below minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Yet still, life endures, from resilient penguins braving the cold to hardy mosses clinging to rock and ice. Its untouched, alien-like landscapes continue to captivate explorers and scientists alike. From the eternal whites of Antarctica, we now arrive at a river that seems born from a dream. Caño Cristales, nestled within Colombia's Serranía de la Macarena, is often called the River of Five Colors, or the Liquid Rainbow. Stretching over 60 miles, this river dazzles, with vibrant hues of red, yellow, green, blue, and black, especially between late June and November. The vivid spectacle is largely due to an aquatic plant known as Macarenia clavigera, which thrives in the crystal-clear waters, turning brilliant red when sunlight and flow conditions are just right. Geologically, Caño Cristales flows over ancient quartzite bedrock formed around 2 billion years ago, part of the majestic Guiana Shield. Despite its remote setting, Caño Cristales has become a sought-after destination, offering a mesmerizing blend of geology, ecology, and natural wonder. And as the colors of the liquid rainbow fade into memory, we now descend into a rugged box canyon nestled in the mountains of central Mexico, where heat from the earth itself gives rise to a mythical spring, Tolantongo. Hidden about 4 hours north of Mexico City is a geothermal paradise carved into stone. This natural wonder is renowned for its turquoise hot spring pools clinging to the cliffs, naturally heated by volcanic activity deep beneath the surface, and waterfalls that whisper as they weave through stone. Towering cliffs and lush vegetation surround the site, creating a surreal fusion of geology and jungle. What makes Tolantongo truly magical is how nature and local ingenuity turned a hidden thermal spring into one of Mexico's most dreamlike escapes. And as the mist of Tolantongo fades into the mountains behind us, we arrive somewhere else entirely, where there is no soft soil, no flowing water, no trees, only a mirror of salt that stretches beyond sight. The salt desert of Uyuni in Bolivia is the largest salt flat on Earth, spanning more than 4 square miles across the high plains of the Altiplano. When prehistoric lakes evaporated thousands of years ago, they left behind Uyuni, a blinding white mirror shimmering under the sun. During the rainy season, It transforms into a surreal reflection of the sky, where earth and clouds merge into one infinite canvas. Beneath the salt crust lies one of the world's richest reserves of lithium. At over 11,000 feet above sea level, the landscape is stark, yet stunning, ringed by volcanoes and scattered with islands made from ancient coral. Uyuni is not just a desert, it's a natural wonder shaped by water, time, and the Earth's hidden secrets. If one of these wonders made your heart pause for a moment, let us know in the comments below. Hit the like button if you believe our planet still holds endless mysteries. Share this journey with someone who needs to hear Earth's voice. And don't forget to subscribe, because this adventure isn't over yet. The next wonders are waiting just ahead. And now, we leave this high-altitude mirror behind and descend into a realm of cascading waterfalls, emerald lakes, and lush forested valleys deep in the heart of Europe. Plitvice, Lakes National Park, tucked into central Croatia, is a geological masterpiece carved by time and flowing water, formed over thousands of years through the deposition of limestone and travertine. Plitvice Lakes National Park is a symphony of cascading waterfalls, interconnected lakes, and lush forest. The park is renowned for its 16 terraced lakes, flowing from one into another in white ribbons of water, surrounded by dense greenery. The lakes shift in colour, turquoise, emerald, or misty grey, depending on mineral content and sunlight. This UNESCO World Heritage Site spans nearly 100 square miles and shelters rare wildlife including lynxes and brown bears. The terrain is a blend of karst valleys, hidden caves, and crystal pools, where nature's chemistry turns stone into living waterfalls. And from this quiet forest world of water and time, we now lift into the skies toward a land where stone rises like towers and hot air balloons drift through golden dawn. Cappadocia, nestled in central Turkey, is a surreal landscape sculpted by nature and time. Millions of years ago, ancient volcanic eruptions blanketed the region in thick layers of ash, which eventually hardened into soft, resilient stone. Over centuries, wind and water carved the land into wild rock formations, fairy chimneys, cone-shaped towers, and winding valleys etched with silence. Beneath the surface lie vast underground cities, once used by early Christians seeking refuge from persecution. Above ground, entire homes, chapels, and monasteries were carved directly into cliffs and stone spires. With its unique topography, semi-arid climate, and lunar-like terrain, Cappadocia has also become one of the world's most iconic places to soar in a hot air balloon, especially at sunrise, when the sky turns gold and the earth floats between reality and dream. And from this land of stone and sky, we descend into a place where clouds are torn apart by falling water. Angel Falls, hidden deep within Venezuela's Canaima National Park, is the tallest uninterrupted waterfall on Earth, plunging over 3,000 feet from the summit of a flat-topped mountain known as Auyan Tepui. Formed from ancient sandstone nearly 2 billion years old, the falls were named after aviator Jimmy Angel, who crash-landed atop the Tepui in the 1930s. Surrounded by dense jungle, shrouded in mist, and echoing with the ceaseless roar of nature itself. Angel Falls is not just a spectacle. It's a sacred vertical river pouring straight from the sky. Paricutin, a rare volcano in Mexico's Michoacán state, emerged dramatically from a cornfield in the year 1943. Within just 1 week, It had grown over 500 feet tall, eventually reaching nearly 400 feet before falling silent. It is one of the only volcanoes in recorded history witnessed from birth to dormancy. Located along the Trans-Mexican volcanic belt, Paricutin was born from a fissure in the crust, the result of intense tectonic unrest. Today, its rugged lava fields, hardened ash layers, and the haunting ruins of a buried church remain as surreal reminders of Earth's raw power and its terrifying speed. While Paricutin rose in fire and fury, sometimes Earth's greatest, transformations are shaped not in seconds, but over hundreds of millions of years. The cliffs of Moher, rising majestically from Ireland's western edge, stretch for nearly 9 miles along the Atlantic coast. These dramatic sea cliffs reach heights of over 700 feet and were formed approximately 320 million years ago during the Carboniferous period. Layered with shale and sandstone, their sheer faces reveal ancient seabed sediments, pressed and stacked by time like pages from a book that was never opened. Located in County Clare, the cliffs face relentless ocean winds and pounding waves, which continue to sculpt their rugged beauty. They're also a haven for seabirds, including puffins, razorbills, and peregrine falcons, gliding effortlessly through the mist and wind. On clear days, from the edge of the cliffs of Moher, you can see the Aran Islands and even the distant mountains of Connemara stretching across the horizon like a painting. But more than just geology, the cliffs are a symbol of Ireland's wild and poetic soul. And now, from the wind-battered shores of the North Atlantic, we journey inward to the beating heart of Australia's Red Desert. Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, is a massive sandstone monolith rising more than 100 feet above the central Australian plains, estimated to be over 500 million years old. Uluru was once part of an ancient seabed. Its deep red hue comes from the oxidation of iron in the rock, as if time itself had scorched the stone and left behind a story etched in rust. Located in the heart of the Northern Territory, Uluru is sacred to the Anangu people, who believe it was formed by ancestral beings during the dream time, when the world was still being sung into existence. If one of these wonders made your heart pause for a moment, let us know in the comments below. Hit the like button if you believe our planet still holds endless mysteries. Share this journey with someone who needs to hear Earth's voice. And don't forget to subscribe, because this adventure isn't over yet. The next wonders are waiting just ahead. Sossusvlei, nestled in the Namib Desert of southwestern Namibia, is a surreal salt and clay pan surrounded by some of the tallest sand dunes on Earth, some rising nearly 300 feet high, formed by ancient winds and shifting sands over millions of years. The area's name means dead-end marsh in Afrikaans, a place where the desert comes to rest. The region's vivid red-orange dunes, coloured by iron oxidation, shift in hue as the sun arcs across the sky. Though it is one of the driest places on the planet, rare rains bring sudden life to the pan, creating brief, shimmering oases that appear and vanish like a dream in the sand. And now, from Namibia's sun-scorched clay pan, we slip into a narrow world of fire-shaped stone and falling light. Antelope Canyon, carved over millions of years by flash floods and desert winds, is a stunning slot canyon located on Navajo land in northern Arizona. Its narrow sandstone walls twist and swirl like molten waves, glowing in shades of orange and red as sunlight filters through slender cracks above. Formed from Navajo sandstone. The canyon's smooth curves are the result of relentless seasonal torrents sculpting the rock over time. Split into two sections, Upper and Lower Antelope, this natural wonder lies east of Page, near the mirrored waters of Lake Powell. Its surreal wave-like formations and dancing light beams make it one of the most visually mesmerizing places on Earth. Earth is not just a place we live. It's a symphony of time, a masterpiece painted in water, fire, stone and light, from the wind-carved cliffs of Ireland to the sacred red heart of Australia, from volcanoes born in cornfields to ancient dunes that breathe with the desert wind, from the highest waterfall tumbling through misty jungles to beams of light dancing through narrow walls of molten stone. Each place holds a story, each wonder a soul, not just to be seen, but to be felt. Because the greatest wonders aren't galaxies away. They're right here, beneath your feet, in the breath of rock, in the silence of shifting sand, in the flicker of sunlight over stone 1,000,000 years old. And if you listen closely, you'll hear it. The planet telling its story. If you want to continue discovering untold mysteries, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, because the next video might change the way you see the universe.